One day you're going to wake up and realize you wasted your entire life. The worst part, by the time it hits you, it'll be too late. No more chances, no more next time. Just an old broken version of you looking back at all the years you threw away, and you will feel it, that deep crushing regret. But you have one shot, one moment to stop it right now. If you don't take it, you never will. So listen carefully, because this is the moment that decides everything. Let me tell you something that should haunt you. Most men will never escape. They will live, suffer, and die in complete mediocrity. They will make excuses. They will waste years. They will watch others win while they rot in the same miserable existence. Is that going to be you? Or are you finally going to be the man who stands up, fights back, and takes what is his? Because make no mistake, there is no second chance. The men who hesitate always lose. So now you make a decision. Will you be the one who dominates or the one who watches? You had years to change your life. Years. And what did you do? You sat there scrolling, wasting time watching others win while you did nothing. Every day was another excuse. Every hour, another wasted opportunity. You could have been rich by now. You could have been powerful. You could have rewritten your family's destiny. But instead you did what? You laid in bed after a mediocre day of half-hearted efforts, went to sleep broke, and didn't even lose a wink over it. This is the brutal truth. Most people are just too weak to escape their own mediocrity. They want to win. They talk about success. They dream about money, power, and respect. But when it comes time to actually put in the work, to grind, to sacrifice, they fold, they quit. They say, oh, I'll start next week. Next week never comes. Next month never comes. And before they know it, 5 years have passed, and they are still in the same miserable position. Let me tell you something. Every successful person you admire was once in your position. Broke, lost, frustrated. The difference? They got tired of it. They reached a point where they said enough is enough, and then they acted. They didn't just sit around feeling sorry for themselves. They didn't waste their energy blaming the government, their parents, or bad luck. They looked in the mirror and took responsibility. Are you that person? Are you ready to finally step up and take control? Or are you going to sit there and continue making excuses, telling yourself one day while the clock keeps ticking? Listen to me. If you don't change, nothing will change. If you don't break the cycle, your children will suffer for your laziness. Your family will stay trapped in financial struggle. You will grow old with regret, knowing that you had the chance to be great, but you threw it away because you were too weak to endure a little discomfort. Picture this. You're old, broke, weak, looking in the mirror at the ruins of your wasted life. And it finally hits you. You had a chance to be great, and you threw it away. There's no way out now, no second chances, no one left to blame, just a long, painful lifetime of regret. That moment is coming unless you stop it. Right now, every single day, you have two choices. Stay where you are or elevate. Do you want to be the man who breaks the chain of mediocrity in your bloodline? Or will you continue the cycle of failure? There is no middle ground. You are either moving forward or you are falling behind. I know some of you are sitting there thinking, but Tate, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. That's the point. If success were easy, everyone would have it. You think I got here by accident? You think money, power, and respect just fell into my lap? I had to fight for it. I had to outwork every single person around me. I had to wake up earlier, grind harder, stay more focused. While others were watching Netflix, I was building an empire. While others were sleeping, I was working. And now I get to live life on my own terms. You could have that life. You could be sitting on millions, traveling the world, taking care of your family, but instead, you're here, broke, tired, and full of excuses. Why? Because you won't commit. Because you won't sacrifice. You don't need another motivational speech. You don't need more advice. You need discipline. You need to force yourself to get up and do the work. You need to stop wasting time and start executing. You need to take massive, relentless action every single day until your life is unrecognizable. This is your wake-up call. This is the moment you stop playing small. No more excuses, no more waiting, no more distractions. Act now or die forgotten. Most men will never escape. They will live, suffer, and die in complete mediocrity. They will make excuses. They will waste years. They will watch others win while they rot in the same miserable cycle. Is that going to be you? Or are you finally going to be the man who stands up, fights back, and takes what is his? Because let me tell you something. There is no second chance. The men who hesitate always lose. And right now you are standing at the crossroads. You either move forward and take control, or you stay exactly where you are and let the world chew you up and spit you out. So tell me, what's it going to be? Let me tell you a story. Two men, same age, same city, same background. Both grew up in a family that struggled. Both saw their parents break their backs just to keep the lights on. Both knew deep down that they were meant for more. The first man, let's call him John, woke up every day thinking life is unfair. The system is rigged. I'll never get out of this mess. He spent his days complaining, scrolling through social media, watching others succeed, feeling bitter. He went to work, did the bare minimum, came home and wasted his evenings on video games, cheap entertainment, and pointless distractions. Every time an opportunity knocked, he had an excuse. I'm tired, I'll start next month, I don't have the money. Sound familiar? Second man, let's call him Adam, was different. Adam woke up every morning with a fire inside him. He saw the same struggles, but instead of feeling defeated, he made a decision. This ends with me. He refused to accept the life he was born into as the life he was going to die with. He stopped wasting time. He started learning, working harder, making sacrifices. While others were partying, he was grinding. While John was sleeping in, Adam was up at 5 a.m. running, training, building his mind and body. He took risks, failed, got back up, and failed again until he started winning. Fast forward 10 years. John is still in the same place. Same job, same problems. He looks in the mirror and feels nothing but regret. I should have tried harder. I should have taken that chance. He sees Adam on social media, driving the cars he dreamed of, living in a penthouse surrounded by success. He tells himself he got lucky, but deep down he knows the truth. Adam did what he was too weak to do. Adam broke the cycle. The question is, who are you? Are you John or are you Adam? Right now, you have a choice. You can keep telling yourself that success is impossible, that you'll start later, that you're trying your best, or you can finally wake up and take control. Because I promise you this, if you don't change, nothing will change. The world doesn't care about your excuses. Life doesn't care if you're tired. If you're broke, you have one option: fix it. Every single moment you waste is a moment you will never get back. Every lazy decision is a nail in the coffin of your potential. Every excuse is another chain keeping you trapped in the cycle of mediocrity. And here's the thing, most people won't escape. Most people will live their entire lives in quiet desperation, waking up to an alarm clock they hate, working a job they despise, going home to a life that doesn't excite them. They will die forgotten because they never had the courage to demand more from themselves. But you can be different. You can be the one who changes everything. You can be the one who lifts your family out of struggle. You can be the one who wakes up in 10 years and smiles because you know you gave everything. But it starts now, not tomorrow, not next week, now. This is the moment where you decide, will you be John or will you be Adam? Because make no mistake, the future is coming. And in 10 years, you will either be the one winning or the one watching. Choose wisely. Let's talk about something that most people are too scared to face. Regret. There will come a day, whether it's 5 years from now, 10 years, or maybe when you're lying on your deathbed, where you will have no more chances, no more time, no more next month. The only thing left will be the choices you made, or worse, the choices you didn't make. Imagine sitting there, old and broken, looking back on your life, realizing that you wasted it, that you had opportunities and you let them slip away, that you had the energy, the youth, the power to change everything, but you were too weak, too lazy, too scared to act. Imagine knowing that you could have been rich, could have been powerful, could have been respected, but instead you settled. That feeling will eat you alive. It will destroy you, because when that moment comes, you won't be able to go back. You won't be able to redo your 20S or your 30S. You won't be able to reclaim all those nights you wasted scrolling through social media, playing video games, or doing nothing, while real men were out there building empires. And here's the part that should shake you to your core. Most people will feel this regret. Most people will lose. They will work dead-end jobs until they die. They will live paycheck to paycheck, stressed, weak, forgotten. They will be nothing more than another nameless worker who came and went without making an impact. They will die insignificant. The question is, will that be you? Because right now you have a choice. You are standing at the fork in the road. One path leads to power, wealth, and legacy. The other leads to nothingness. And the only thing that separates the two is your willingness to fight. You must stop lying to yourself. You must stop saying, I'll do it later. Later is a lie. Later turns into never. There are men out there right now, right this sec, taking action. They are waking up early, grinding harder than you, making money, leveling up, leaving you behind. While you hesitate, they are securing the life you claim you want. What's your excuse? You're tired, weak. You don't have the money, irrelevant. You don't know where to start? Figure it out. Because guess what? Nobody is coming to save you. Your future is entirely in your hands. And if you continue to do nothing, you will pay the price. And the price is your entire life wasted in mediocrity. So I'll ask you again, will that be you? Or will you be the one who rises? The one who fights back? The one who, instead of making excuses, decides to break the cycle and take what is his? Because if you don't, someone else will. And when you see them winning, when you see them living the life you dreamed of, remember this moment. Remember that you had the chance and you let it slip away. You have one shot. One. What are you going to do with it? Let me tell you something most people don't want to hear. You are at war. Every single day there is a battle happening, not with guns, not with armies, but with your own mind. And let me be clear, most people lose. They wake up every morning and surrender before they even get out of bed. You ever wonder why you're not rich yet? Why you're not respected? Why you're still stuck in the same pathetic cycle? It's because you've been losing the war in your head. You have trained yourself to be weak. You have let comfort, laziness, and fear control you. Right now, while you're reading this, there are men winning. They are building empires, making money, breaking records. They are getting stronger, faster, smarter. And you are watching. You are observing success instead of creating it. That should terrify you. Because success is not some lottery ticket. It's not about luck. It's about power. And power goes to the men who demand it. The men who refuse to accept failure. The men who wake up with one mission: conquer everything. Let me tell you exactly what's happening to most people right now. They wake up and the first thing they do, lose. They hit snooze. They check their phone. They waste their first hour scrolling through nonsense instead of attacking the day. Then they drag themselves to some job they hate where they give 50% effort, just enough to not get fired. They go home, eat garbage, sit on the couch, watch Netflix, play video games, and waste another day of their life. And the worst part, they don't even realize they're losing. They tell themselves they're fine, that they're doing okay, that they'll start tomorrow. But let me tell you what's really happening. Time is running out. Every day you waste is another step closer to permanent failure. You think you have time? You don't. You think you'll start later? You won't. You think you'll get a second chance? You won't. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It only rewards results. And if you're not winning, you are losing. This is the hard truth most men will never accept. They will live in denial until it's too late. They will keep saying, I'm working on it, while nothing changes. And one day they will wake up and realize it's over. They will see another man driving the car they wanted, living in the house they dreamed of, traveling the world while they are still stuck in the same miserable cycle. And in that moment, it will hit them. They lost. Is that going to be you? Or are you finally going to take control? Because make no mistake, this is your war. This is your moment. And if you don't fight now, if you don't break the cycle today, you will look back on your life with nothing but regret. So I'll ask you one last time. Are you going to be the one who dominates or the one who watches? Because only one of those men wins. Enough. I'm done talking to the weak version of you. The one that hesitates, the one that complains, the one that dreams but never acts. That version of you needs to die today. Do you understand what's at stake? Your future, your legacy, your entire bloodline. You think this is just about making money? Just about driving a nice car? No, this is about breaking the chains of mediocrity that have been strangling your family for generations. This is about being the first in your bloodline to say no more. You weren't born to be average. You weren't born to struggle. You weren't put on this earth just to exist, just to pay bills, just to survive. You were put here to win, to dominate, to take control and force the universe to bend to your will. But right now, you're still playing. Still pretending you have time, still acting like success is an option instead of a requirement. Wake up, you are running out of time. Every second you waste is another second that someone else is using to pass you. Right now, as you sit there, there is a man working harder than you, a man who wants it more than you do, a man who refuses to lose. And guess what? He is going to take everything that could have been yours. The money, the power, the respect, the freedom. You see, the world doesn't reward excuses. It rewards execution. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you're struggling. The only thing that matters is whether or not you get the job done. Right now, someone is outworking you, beating you, taking what's yours, and you're letting them. The world doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you're struggling. The only thing that matters is whether or not you get the job done. If you're not making money, it's because you're not serious about making money. If you're not in shape, it's because you're not serious about your body. If your life sucks, It's because you're not serious about changing it. Harsh? Good. Because this is the only thing that's going to save you. The truth. You've been lied to your entire life. They told you that if you just work hard, things will magically work out. That's a lie. Hard work is the minimum. It's the entry fee. The real game is domination. Not just working hard, but outworking, outthinking, outmaneuvering, and outlasting everyone around you. Not just wanting success, but fighting like a rabid animal to take what's yours. Not just dreaming about a better life, but sacrificing everything to create it. This is war. And war is won by the men who are willing to do whatever it takes. So I'll ask you right now, how far are you willing to go? Are you willing to give up distractions? To cut out weak people, to sacrifice comfort, to embrace pain, to wake up earlier, work longer, and suffer more than anyone else? Because if you're not, you've already lost. There is no middle ground. There is no balance. There is no easy way out. There is only the strong and the weak, the winners and the losers, the remembered and the forgotten. Which one are you going to be? Decide right now. There comes a moment in every man's life where he must decide, will I rise or will I fade into nothing? This is that moment for you. No more hesitation, no more waiting for the right time. The time is now. You have the power to change everything, to break the chains, to rewrite your story, to build a future so powerful that your name is spoken with respect for generations. But no one is coming to save you. It's all on you. So stand up, lock in, and go after what is yours with unshakable force. Because if not you, then who? And if not now, then when?